That's well funny.
But yeah, it's funny to go from doing a 1 foot gap, laughing about doing wheelies, and then off to watching the best riding that's ever been done, and world record backflips and stuff like that.
You mentioned Sea Dog a minute ago. I sort of like, obviously ridden with Sea Dog a bit in the past and hung out with him, but I've never seen what it is about Sea Dog that is so useful for you at DarkFest, particularly. Not useful, but you know what I mean. Like the reason why he's so good at what he does.
Totally.
So I was at Rampage and he had his measuring tool.
Yeah, he's got a little laser tool, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's right. And he was measuring like the features. He was measuring distances and stuff. He even explained in numbers what speed Bren should be looking at doing for his canyon gap. Not that he's got a speedo on his bike, but like, just it was really interesting to meet someone who's so numbersy, because it's quite a contrast, like big jumps, quite crazy numbers,
exactly,
quite calculated. But
that's why he is so good. He's not crazy, because he usually gets it pretty right, doesn't he? And I think he uses his knowledge and his intelligence and Austrianness to get it right first go. He's also, I think he's same age as me, he's 32, so he's sort of at the point where he's not really that interested in Hail Mary trying a jump first time if he doesn't know if it's going to work, if there's big consequences. He's got like a construction business too that he obviously can't take time off with an injury. Although having said that, he did the biggest drop ever at Rampage and has nailed himself, which unfortunately means he's not riding as well, so he's on the injury list, but we'll get back to that later. But yeah, he measures everything that we do, even every event we go to. He sometimes, after the after party, he'll wake up early with a steaming hangover and he'll go and measure like every jump, every takeoff, the gap, the vertical height, the distance in the gap, and kind of he'd put like a little note like too steep or too short or 10 meters was not good for this ramp because it needs to be bigger, or something like that. And he's got it all in this like mega book of jumps. It's like an inventions book that he takes everywhere with him. And then we'll go to the nines or whatever, or somewhere where it's super important that this jump, we don't have time to get it wrong and change. And he'll check back through the notes and be like, okay, last time we made a ramp this size, it was 9 meter gap and that was too small for this speed or whatever, and then we'll just get it right. And he pretty much gets it right every single time.
Pretty impressive skill, eh?
Yeah, it was really cool to see him out at Rampage, because I know he's super smart, good rider as well. So I was looking forward to seeing his run, and gutted he didn't quite get it.
I was gutted. He, like in practice, he had done it. I was really worried about the drop before the canyon. I was super worried about. I mean, I'm sure probably you feel the same, but like having too much speed into a big hit, well, it seems ironic, but
says
like,
the guys.
Too much is a horrible problem to have, because you have to slow down.
Yeah, that's nightmare fuel, isn't it? Overshooting a drop.
Yeah, and like braking, I think is quite hard to measure, I would say, into a jump for me.
Yeah, especially at Rampage. It's not like you can ask, even at DarkFest, you say, hey, how fast do you go for the 110?
Yeah.
And someone will say you go as fast as you can. And then at least you know you're in the right realm. Rampage, isn't it? It's you're on your own. You built that on your own. And then you have to test it on your own. And people can be like, yeah, it looks good, man. But they don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
And he's done it perfect in
He did
practice.
it really good, didn't he?
And I mean, he was literally, his run would have been up there for me if he had stuck it. Because I think he was on about flipping the canyon.
I'm sure
he'd
have done something, wouldn't
and
he?
like to break into a canyon flip is so gangster. Like,
yeah, that's a scary thought, that is.
That's horrific to me. Like,
he was probably on for top 5 or something, wasn't he?
Yeah,
if he'd got it.
Well, he's definitely one to watch. I think, like,
I know just the run nerves or the run excitement probably just made him take that extra couple mile an hour, didn't it?
Yeah,
and that was enough.
They were great to be around, though. They were great, like him and the Russo brothers as
they
a
were
team.
Building for him.
It was really cool to have them on the same side of the hill as us, and like
the hype ministers.
Yeah, they're great. They're just cool group.
I look forward to riding with them. Actually, yeah, they bring good energy.
Hell yeah. We'll get to riders list in a minute, or should we talk about the riders list now?
Bing bong. What an episode! You did really well there.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Do you know what would finish it off?
What?
If you could put some sort of link over my face.
Yeah, I can do that. I could put a video up on Ollie's face of an episode we think you'll love.
Is it on now?
There is a subscribe button here on this chair, and on my face, another video we think you'll love. Thank you. We appreciate you.
There's nothing in the chair now. Subscribe.